Okay, before I begin, I just want to say if you're here, it's it probably means you're already braver than you know because it takes guts to even admit that something inside you feels off, especially when on paper everything should look fine. If you've been carrying a life that looks good but feels wrong, I want you to know you're not alone. And there is nothing wrong with you either. You're just waking up. Here's the thing that they don't tell you about living a life that's out of alignment. It doesn't look like misery. It doesn't even look like it's chaos or chaotic. Sometimes it looks like a full schedule, a polished resume, a steady paycheck, a nice home, a busy, smiling, responsible you. And yet inside, it feels like you're tired in a way sleep can't fix. You're restless even on your best days. You smile at the right time, say the right things, do the right moves, and yet you feel hollow. You find yourself asking, is this it? Is this all there is? If you know that feeling, you're not imagining it. You're not ungrateful. You're exhausted from pretending. And that exhaustion, that is a clue. You might be wondering, if everything's technically okay, why do I feel this discomfort inside? Psychologists actually have a name for this feeling. It's called Self-Discrepancy Theory. It means there's a gap between the life you're living and the life you know deep down you're meant for, between who you are right now and who you long to be. When there's too much space between your real self and your ideal self, you don't just get confused. You can feel sad, tired, anxious, even numb. It's not because you're lazy. It's not because you're ungrateful. It's because some part of you knows I'm not living the life that fits me yet. This isn't failure. It's a signal. It's your soul noticing that it's time for a different kind of life, one that actually feels like yours. Your mind says, you're doing everything right, but your heart says, this isn't right for me. Leon Festinger's research showed that when humans live out of alignment with what they truly value, they experience tension, sadness, anxiety, not because they're bad at life, but because they're betraying their own spirit without even knowing it. This isn't about not trying hard enough. It's about trying so hard to live a life that was never fully yours. In essence, that perfect life belonged to the people you look up to, their definition of success, not yours. Now, maybe part of you is whispering, maybe I'm just lazy. Maybe I'm just spoiled. Maybe I'm just being ungrateful for what I have. I get it. Those voices are loud and do not let you enjoy what you've worked so hard to build. But here's the truth. Dr. Stephen Hayes, founder of acceptance and commitment therapy, found that people living outside their true values don't get lazy. They get sick. They get depressed. They shut down emotionally. You're living a life that's too small for the size of your soul. and your soul is starting to notice. There's a name for this sadness that sneaks up on you. It's not selfishness. It's not you being broken. It's grief. Invisible grief. The grief for the dreams you buried to be practical. The grief for the parts of yourself you locked away to be accepted. The grief for the truths you swallowed so you could survive. Glennon Doyle, hopefully I said that right, calls it the ache inside your chest when you know you're meant for more, but you're scared to reach for it. You haven't lost yourself. You're just waking up to the parts of you that have been quietly waiting to be lived. So let's pause for a second. Put your hand on your chest. Take a deep breath. Focus on your heart and just ask yourself gently, where am I living on autopilot instead of in alignment? What part of my life feels like a performance I'm tired of keeping up? What would I dare to want if I knew no one would judge me? Take a time and pause this video. There's no rush. If you want, you can go back and ask these questions to yourself. This isn't a test. It's a homecoming. And if right now you're feeling a little emotional, good. It means the real you is stirring awake. Martha Beck says, when we live in integrity with ourselves, peace rushes in to fill the space that pretending used to occupy. You don't have to fix everything today. You don't have to know exactly what comes next. You just have to listen and honor what you hear. This is the beginning. Next time, we're going to talk about how to start discovering what actually matters to you. Not what you were taught to chase, not what you were praised for doing, but what makes you feel alive again. But for today, honor what you feel. Let it be enough. You're not broken. You're not lost. You're just finally ready to meet the version of you who's been waiting for a very long time to be heard. You don't need permission to be true to yourself. You just need the courage to listen and the patience to begin.